So Draymond made his return last night. He had 6 assists, and he was a plus 24, so right on brand. You see this play here. It's the classic Draymond in the post, Looney screening for Steph. We've seen the Warriors do this a million times. We've also seen this a lot. Draymond at the top of the key, locking eyes with Steph. Steph going baseline, screen from Otto Porter. You love to see it. It's also been nearly 3 years since Draymond and Klay shared the court together. That was Draymond's first assist to Klay of the night, and here's the second one. We have Klay, Otto Porter, and Bjelica all bundled up together. Draymond runs a fake handoff action with Jordan Poole. Bjelica sets a down screen for Klay. It's like they never left. Of course, we don't need a shot to go in to appreciate just what this can look like. This is what happens when you sag off of Draymond, because of course Draymond, he's not the biggest threat from outside. Well, the Warriors have mastered the art of, okay, you want to sag off of him? We're going to bring up Steph or Klay. Suddenly you've got to cover a whole lot of ground, and if you choose to step up really high, usually Draymond can then cut off of that. We've seen the Warriors' offense. Is it possible that Steph got used to Draymond not being there, so on this play here he actually wasn't ready for the pass? Maybe you can consider this one a rolling assist for Draymond. So he screens for Steph, and you see how hard he rolls. It forces Daniel Gafford to respect him for at least a moment. While that's happening, you've got Looney screening up top. And, I mean, Ish Smith does an okay job contesting it, but without Gafford up there, it was a lot easier. What can also happen when you play off of Draymond is, well, after you've sent 2 guys to the ball on Steph and Looney's open in the middle of the floor, Draymond can get a cut. As for Draymond's defense, well, we got a nice contest off of a switch onto Ish Smith. We also got a swipe from Draymond on Denny Avdia. This was a good sequence for Draymond. He picks up Kuzma in transition, and then he has to switch on to Corey Kispert, and he gets a good contest on the pull-up. It's been a weird year for the Warriors, man. Klay has played about 20-something games. Draymond has played, I believe, 35. The goal for the rest of this season is to try to take the 2 seed from the Grizzlies. Because then instead of getting the Jazz, Mavs, or Nuggets in round 1, you get a play-in team. Although there is a chance that the T-Wolves could overtake the 6th seed, but they need Klay and Draymond as healthy as they can be, because it's not going to be a walk in the park. We've also got Kyrie Irving, who almost took the single-game scoring record of this season from Towns. Now they're tied, so that's nice. That was some hard drop coverage. If the playoffs began right now, we would be getting the Nets versus either the Heat or the Bucks in round 1. Assuming that the Nets get out of the play-in tournament, which we can assume they will, right? As of right now, Kyrie still not available for every game. We have not seen Ben Simmons yet, but we know the potential of this team. Speaking of the Bucks, Brook Lopez made his return after 60-something games. Let's take a look at some of Brook's plays on defense. Classic drop coverage on this play. Wesley Matthews falls over and Brook concedes the long 2 to Mitchell. We've seen the Bucks concede mid-range jumpers for years now. Brook plays Mitchell a little more aggressively there, gets back to Whiteside, Royce gets the shot over him. You gotta be happy with this one if you're the Bucks. Brook and Wesley Matthews, they kind of sandwich Jordan Clarkson. You force the floater, and he tips it away from Gobert. Shams is saying that the Nuggets have assigned Jamal Murray to the G League. Look, we don't have many games left in the season, so I'm not going to hold out hope that we can get 100% Jamal Murray. But if we did, my goodness, Draymond thinks he can still win Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, in terms of his statement of, I don't think anybody has solidified themselves, like, yeah, I think it's an argument, but Draymond, come on, man. You're going to clear, like, maybe 50 games played this season. Or I think he might actually end up just short. You know, it does suck because he probably was the leader before he got hurt. Anyway, here's the defensive ladder. Giannis number 1. I think Giannis dragged him through so much of the season defensively. But eventually it's just like, if you don't have that foundational rim protector, eventually the defense will fall off. But Giannis is definitely deserving. Gobert number 2. Yeah, I know that Gobert is not the popular vote, but, I mean, he's got to be there every year, man. Like, it just is what it is. Let's check out Kyrie's 50th point, then we'll get out of here. So Cole Anthony was playing super high up on him, and how did he get by him? Was that just like a straight line drive? He just kind of turned on the Jets pretty much. And then, of course, he just nearly falls over in midair, but he just gets it.